It is now my great pleasure to introduce to you the 2017 class valedictorian. To be the valedictorian of a graduating class is a special honor. This individual is elected by his or her peers to speak on their behalf about the knowledge, the insights that you've gained throughout high school, and also to speak to the hopes and dreams you have for the future. Graduates, you have chosen a student who has provided great service, who puts herself ahead of others, and who is a model citizen. May I present this year's valedictorian, Ms. Claire Brown.
Good afternoon, esteemed guests, proud parents, family, friends, teachers, administration, particularly thanks to Mr. Campbell. We're so glad they allowed you to stay with us until the end of the year. And finally, graduating class of 2017. In the wise words of Drake, we started from the bottom, now we're here. So, what are your plans for next year? Bet you haven't heard that enough. I know we have all definitely mastered the skill of turning "I have no idea" into "I'm going to be an astrophysicist." Let me introduce myself. My name is Claire Robb. I'm 18 years old. Like all of you, I have just finished high school. But, like most of you, I have no idea what my future holds. But the best part about that is it's okay. Because time we have. I would like to thank my parents for their sense of adventure, which enabled me the opportunity to travel and live on 3 different continents. What I've realized in every city and country is the bottom line. We are all human. Of course, OKM grad class of 2017 is producing some of the best human beings ever. And no matter how tough the going gets, like AP Bio, physics, languages, calculus, we're all people on this earth trying to find our way with different needs and different dreams. We don't have to know everything right now. Some say time is fleeting, and that may very well be the case, especially for us right now. I mean, maybe sometime we want time to pass a little more quickly, like when Thomas Patton went to great lengths to bring in the car wash customers. As JT would say, he's bringing sexy back, yeah. We have spent the last 13 years in structured time, being told when to go to class, when to be on the field, when to be on the court, when to be on the ice, or when it's showtime. We are taught to be on time. But have you ever noticed, even if we're late, the world still spins on fastest? Just ask Jen Gargaro, who's been late to history numerous amount of times, and they still let her graduate. Over the next few minutes, I will take you back through our time together. We'll go through our cringe-worthy tween years, our adventurous grade 12 year OKM style, and thoughts as we begin this new adventure. I will keep my life lessons short and sweet, considering the fact my life has been both short and sweet. Think back to your first year here at OKM. For many of us, that was grade 8, and for some, it was delayed grades, or maybe even this year. Whatever year that may have been, don't think anybody ever looked down on Noah Andrew. To the puberty-stricken years of high school dances, unlike the other night when Hayden Courtney and the boys tore up the dance floor. Or how about family life classes? Come on, those were painful. But who would have thought, beyond all of that, that our safety would be threatened daily with Nerf guns by our own teacher, Miss Patterson. We have all had a different journey here at OKM, each of us facing our own battles, big and small. Some of us have dealt with heartbreak, loss, and tragedy in these past years. We have no way of truly knowing someone else's story, but we do have the skill set to be there for one another in times of need. For example, when we found out one of our own, Annette, was diagnosed with cancer, the OKM community rallied together to help support her and her family. The grad class had much more meaning behind the blood drive to give the gift of life. It's an honor, grad class. You have done amazing this year. Or let's throw back to 2015. Some of you may have heard of the Spino tornado. The trick ranged from stolen bags, soaked tents, and medical emergencies. I'm pretty sure Miss Soren is still not talking about this, or has completely blocked it out of her memory. This trip was a seemingly horrendous time, but the students made a choice about how to extend the duration of the trip, and they chose to make the most of it. Huddled in cramped lodges, and distributing food and clothes among each other, a sense of community was born. Time will stretch to accommodate what you choose to put into it. We have great memories and spectacular people here at OKM. Think back to our Lake O'Hara trip. Do you remember that feeling of putting all of your focus into your next step, wondering if you were going to make it to the end? When you finally reached your destination, it felt as if you were overcome with a wave of pure bliss that all the pain and blisters in the world could never replace. And a big shout out to Mr. Del Medico, Mr. Martin, and Mr. Ganda for quite literally carrying the weight of your group. Like Miley Cyrus says, ain't about how fast you get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side, it's the climb. My hope is that no matter what year you started here at OKM, you have felt respected by the school community, cared for by the staff, and accepted by your fellow classmates. Let's talk about the sheer talent. The spectacular role Jacob Thomas played as captain in Anything Goes. And I got a kick out of Irma, played by Vanessa Van Andel. The theater program and lighting technician, my brother Brian, has shone a light on the amazing talent within our school, and specifically our grad class. And what about the amazing athletic students we have? As Carson and Keaton alluded to at grad, both senior girls and boys soccer teams placing among the top 2 teams in Valley Province. How about the ultimate frisbee team representing us at provincials? At regionals, Connor Keiser demonstrated hard work, winning 2 first and 1 second place medal in swimming. We have our fair share of skilled ballers, on court or in the class. The ball is life, right, Jaden Big Sock? In 1 year, we have seen and done so much. Celeste and Hannah showed us the very definition of beauty in the Ride Left duet. Gabrielle Rubio has shown great kindness and volunteering in the community and was awarded Kelowna's Young Female Volunteer of the Year Award. Parker Burns just recently won the Innovation Generation competition with his business concept, Code Rabbit. Sorry, millennials, I know, just a second. No, Mike Barrett, we do not want to do Save on round 3. You know, I didn't say he might be the gold digger, but he ain't messing with no broke fundraising committee. These are finest women I know, my mom and belly-bred Jen. They're talking about all the mistakes they've made in life. After many bursts of laughter over miscalculations, Jen concluded the line I feel many of us will relate to in our lives. She said, "We've all made a lot of mistakes, but the biggest mistake would have been not to have made any." It's a crazy thing. Those parents know a thing or two about life. If you disagree and find yourself saying, "Your life has no room for mistakes," J.K. Rowling would challenge that concept. The great author once said, "It's impossible to live without failing. Unless you live so cautiously, you might as well not have lived at all. In which case, you fail by default." We, as a grad class, do not have enough fingers and toes put together to count how many mistakes we have made or how many mistakes are yet to be made. My only request would be to make interesting ones and learn from them. In the face of the future, opportunity, decision, and experience are waiting to be had. Carol Shields, a Canadian author, reminds us that time is not cruel. We have plenty of time. We have time to try our new selves, time to experiment, time to dream and drift, time even to waste. We'll have good years and bad years, and we can afford both. Go forth. Make your path. Be a leader. Or be a follower. Put your best foot forward. Life is divine chaos. But I urge you, you never stop taking the time to learn. Learn about one another. Learn about the world around you. Explore beliefs. Educate your brain with interesting facts or useless data that could come in handy one day. Create memories. What works for Carrie is not going to work for Zane. The journey Kim takes will be totally different than what Jenna seeks. What Garrett chooses to do may not be what Becky chooses to do. Liam's story is going to have a different chapter than Michaela's story. The path Mariah takes will be completely different than the one Allie pursues. But seek your own journey. It's your dream. Find out what works for you. Write your own story. Class of 2017. Time is what we have. Here's to the misfits, the crazy ones, and the rebels. In the words of Tim McGraw, visit family every chance you have. Say please and thank you. Let yourself feel proud. And always stay humble and kind. Thank you.